Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and today I'm just going to do a really simple look. First I'm starting off with my Tarte moisturizer. It's called the H2O something. I don't know. It's really nice for hydrating, but also I like how it looks underneath a foundation. Normally every day I use this and sometimes I don't really go in with a primer. I sampled this once and I just really liked it. So I just put it down my neck and now it's time to moisturize my lips. I'm using my Hemp's lip balm. This stuff is so nice. It stays on your lips for basically my whole makeup routine. You know, some lip balms fade away really quickly, but this one stays on quite long. So next I'm doing my face. I have some redness and just some like stress bumps I need to cover up. So I'm going in with my NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. I think it's in the shade Gobi or like Gobi. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it honestly. And I'm also blending this out with my Morphe sponge. This sponge is really cheap and it's not as squishy as like a beauty blender is. It's quite dense actually, but I find that it blends out nice. Like I didn't think I would like it that much, but I do. And also I'm making sure to get in the crevices of my nose because I hate when people don't blend around their nose right there. It just drives me crazy. So I just make sure to do that every time. And as you can see, it canceled out a whole bunch of my redness and it still made my skin look like skin. It does give you like quite good coverage. I'd say like medium coverage, and it has this nice radiance glow. Basically it gives you what the name tells you. Just making sure to blend out my neck, and now it's all done. So normally I go in with my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair, but instead I chose my ColourPop concealer. I'm not quite sure what the shades are of this. I can probably put it down below, but I thought it was kind of like too bright, so I grabbed my darker shade for whenever I'm more tanned and just kind of mix those two together to get this shade. I find that using too bright of a concealer every day, it just doesn't look so natural. And I'm just setting everything using my Too Faced Born This Way powder. This is a really matte powder, so if you're wanting that finish, that glowy finish, I mean, this isn't really going to do much for you. So I like setting it all around my eyes and on my eyelid, and then I just take whatever's left in the cap on my big brush and pat it all over the rest of my face. But for more, I just go in with my MAC Studio Fix powder, and I just kind of do a light layer all over my face. Then I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way bronzer. This one is called Milk Chocolate. It's the lighter one. I find this nice as both a bronzer and a contour, so I'm taking this on my fluffy Real Techniques face brush, and then I'm going in with a more concentrated brush for actual contouring. This just gives you a really nice natural look. It doesn't have any sparkles or glitters in it and stuff. It's just more of a matte bronzer, which I really like. And I also like to make sure to go all around my face, especially in that area between my eyes and like my hairline. I just think it looks really nice and I like how it looks. So I'm just going in and doing my other side. And then I also make sure not to use too much powder on my forehead because sometimes it doesn't look like you blended out. And I'm also going on my neck. And then I take a smaller eyeshadow brush, this one's from Real Techniques, and I go on my nose just to give it some kind of definition in case I take pictures or anything, and also take it underneath my mouth to give a more pouty look. So now I'm taking this neutral blush from L'Oreal, I believe, and I just pat on the blush, and then I do circular motions, and then I kind of do a sweeping motion. I love blush so much. I think it just gives so much life into your face, so I also like applying it on my nose. I don't do this on special occasions, but I do it on a normal everyday basis. So next I'm taking this Hourglass Ambient Light. This is more an actual like setting powder, but I like taking it on a real concentrated brush because it just gives you a nice like inner glow. It's not shiny, or it's not shimmery, should I say. It does give you a nice glow, but it's everything like natural. So now I'm just taking my Tarte Pro to Glow palette, and I'm taking the highlighter shade Beam, and I just focus that on my nose and my Cupid's bow. Now for my brows, I kind of have to choose between my new Urban Decay brow pencil and my Benefit Precisely My Brow. I love the Benefit Precisely My Brow, mainly because it has a spoolie. The Urban Decay one, it doesn't have a spoolie, so I find it really difficult, but I do enjoy the end that like gives you the brow hair flicks. I think if you're into that kind of look, it's definitely a good one for you. For me, I do have quite a thick brow, so it's not that necessary, but I do like using it for more of a natural brow. Next, I'm just going in with whatever's left on this concealer brush I have, and I just kind of help fix any mistakes that I had with my brow. Next, I'm taking this, I think it's an Urban Decay eyeshadow brush. It's double-ended. So I'm taking this fluffier part, and I'm using the contour shade out of that Tarte Pro to Glow. Oh, sorry, I think it's a Too Faced Pro to Glow palette. And then I'm taking the same shade Beam, and I put it on my inner and as well as the outer part of my eye. And I'm just going in and doing the same thing. As you notice, I have a new brow. So I'm taking this thin eyeshadow brush, and I'm taking the black shade out of my Tarte Bloom palette, just because the eyeshadow, well, basically I was using a contour shade, so I didn't have a black. But I just find that using a black eyeshadow just gives you a good definition, and it makes it appear like you have a thicker lash line. I also take this only on the outer part, bottom part of my eye. I can't talk, I'm so sorry. And then I set my eyebrows. This is just an e.l.f. It's like one side is a regular mascara and the other side is actually used to set your brows, but I think it's both the same formula. I find that it keeps my brow hairs in place, and it's really cheap. It's only like $1. And then I'm using my Morphe setting spray. Guys, this has such a fine mist. It is so good. And then I just decided to be extra, like, you know, James Charles, and did my fan brush, which, I mean, not fan brush, but an actual fan thing. I got that from Japan, and it just works so well to dry up your setting spray. So I'm using this Lash Essence mascara. It's called like the Princess one, I believe. It's super, super cheap, and it's so affordable, and I love it. My favorite mascara is actually my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, but I decided to use this cheaper version today. And then for my lipstick, I'm going in with my MAC one. I'll definitely have to link the color in below because I don't have it out or anything, so I have no idea what color or shade this is, but I'll definitely link it down below. It's such a good everyday one. This is the final look, and I just really hope that you guys enjoyed this, and can't wait to see you guys later.